What are we talking about?
Hey sled fans, welcome to a whole new episode of SLEDHEAD 24/7. I'm your host Carly Applin, coming to you from beautiful Heinen's Motorsports right near Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have a lot to cover on today's show, so let's get to it. Cross-country racing is making a comeback, and Polaris introduced an all-new Axis chassis that they're putting to work on the cross-country circuit. Let's find out more.
Hey there, this is Gabe Bunke, Polaris cross-country racer. Cross country is a mix of everything. We race in what Mother Nature gives us. You know, we go from ice tracks if we don't have a lot of snow early in the season stuff to lakes, rivers, ditches.
It's quite a bit different than snowcross. You know, snowcross is really quick, sprinty, high adrenaline. This is still a sprint race, but it's like the final for pro is going to be 100 miles. So you have to sprint, but you also have to use your head. You have to save your equipment and make sure you can be as fast at the end as you were in the start.
We are what we feel is a true sport of racing. You can come out here and you can ride for 45 minutes to an hour and a half. You know, a lot of our courses are 100 miles to 150 miles. So you get a lot of seat time, a lot of riding. It's true snowmobiling. It's racing the way it was meant to be.
Cross country is the true all-terrain form of racing, in my opinion.
On this type of race here today at Pine Lake, we run heats, and each heat will have 3 or 4 classes in it, and they'll do a number of laps on a 10-mile, what we call a Le Mans style course. Our cross-country events are quite a bit different. They're longer courses, they're ditches, river, woods, that sort of thing, and a lot of those you only make 1 lap, but it might be a 100-mile course.
Like ice Le Mans racing, so it's got a little bit of everything. Tight turns, wide open straightaways, they'll be wide open for 34 seconds. And then it'll go right into some tight switchbacks. It's pure flat ice here this year, a little bit of snow on the track, so it's really fast conditions and really good ice.
Fast, everything happens really quick, you know, I mean the sleds are real dialed in. We don't slide around too much. They, you know, when you're in a corner, they hook up real tight, and you know, you get them to break loose a little bit and they accelerate real hard, brake real hard, and you know, hopefully you can make some gains. It's tenths of a second here, tenths of a second there to try to catch the guy in front of you, because everybody's pretty close to the same speed.
In the past, we've been on the race sled, the 600 RIQ. This year, whole new program, new class for pro stock, semi-pro sport, consumer-based sleds. So for us, it's our 600 Pro S Axis.
You know, these new Axises, they've come a long ways. The geometry in the rear end and the front end and rider positioning on them is phenomenal. They steer good, they run good. You know, the RPMs are right there whenever we grab a handful of throttle.
Gabe's he's a great racer. He's got a lot of experience. He's been racing his whole life pretty much. I've gotten fortune to work with Gabe the last 4 years with cross country and the Sioux 500 program. He's really sharp at setup and always has his stuff ready to go.
Polaris is the #1 reason why I'm still able to be out here racing. I mean, they've been, you know, behind us for, you know, many years now, and you know, we like to work with them, you know, the engineering and racing and trying to get, you know, things figured out.
Really haven't had to make a lot of changes. Sled's been pretty bulletproof, really fast and handling good right out of the crate.
Our goal is to win races. You know, we want to do the best we can on the equipment that we have, you know, to prove that we've got the best equipment out there.
This weekend, we've seen the closest, tightest racing that we've seen all year.
So we just finished up here at the Pro Stock Final today. We came in first, second, and fourth. 3 guys in the top 5 and took the first 2 spots on the podium.
Our Axis chassis are working awesome. It's pretty close between, you know, the top Barcat guys too, but you could throw a blanket over the top 4 or 5 guys. It's so much fun out there racing with these stock sleds.
To start, of course, if you have the urge to give it a try, we pretty well have a class for just about anybody. We have an over 40 and over 50. So if you have the urge to come out here and give it a try, we'll fit you in somewhere.
If you're a trail rider and you like to, like buzz across the lake or drive through the trails, cross-country racing is where it's at. It's a great group of people, very organized, and super fun.
If you haven't had a chance to ride the new Axis platform and you want to take one for a spin, then head over to the Polaris website and check out their demo ride program. It's a great way to ride before you buy. Plenty more ahead on SLEDHEAD 24/7, including a trip to Planet X in northern Minnesota, where Team AMSOIL Shearing Speed Sports Skidoo train from race to race. Plus, we highlight the first stop on the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Tour powered by Ram, and Ziegler Cat has been leading the way for more than 100 years with exceptional service and the best equipment. All that and more still ahead on SLEDHEAD 24/7.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, Polaris, terrain domination, Skidoo snowmobiles, and by Arctic-Cat. Share our passion.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7, where we are everything snowmobile. Now, we had a chance to check out the Planet X compound in northern Minnesota earlier this season. And well, this is where the AMSOIL Shearing Speed Sports team trains, dials in, and preps for the National Snowcross Tour. Check it out.
Today we're here in Minnesota, Aurora, at our race shop and practice track. And today we're gonna ride and do a little bit of talking of what we're doing in a day of Shearing Speed Sports team.
I love that atmosphere of the team. Everyone wants to win, everyone's looking to do good. They're always trying to build stuff and make stuff better. And we're not satisfied with the sleds the way they come. We want to improve them.
The cool thing about our team is that we have the expertise and the resources in our crew that not many teams have. So we have this huge, vast knowledge of really taking the Skidoo snowmobiles to the next step.
It takes a lot for sure. Like, it takes a good sled, a good team, and you gotta be really consistent, and you gotta be fast too. Snowcross is really tough on your body. It's a 500-pound machine that you're going through the big bumps, and you're just slamming into the bumps all the time.
Me and Tim, we really want to win and do the best we can, and that's what we're going to do every race.
Back on the gas, it's a drag race, Tremblay to the inside! Tremblay had the position coming out of the corner, shuts the door! Tremblay to the lead, coming for the AMSOIL finish line for the final time. Your winner will be Tim Tremblay.
Shearing Speed Sports would rival any NASCAR motocross operation. We've got 19 acres in Industrial Park in Aurora, Minnesota. We have our own testing facility. We make our own snow. We have 8 snow guns, a whole 3-phase power infrastructure, big bombardier groomer for grooming the track. In addition to that, we've got heavy equipment, dozers, excavators, skid steers for tearing up the track if it gets too froze or we need to move a lot of material.
We can build like the track whatever we want to, so it's kind of nice to change it every day. The riders are doing it here because we want to build exactly what we have in races, so we're doing it ourselves.
We'll do time qualifiers to see if they can improve their time, to see how their last lap, comparison time to their second lap.
Our goal is to be consistent too. It's like, not be all over the board. If we can run every lap within less than a half a second difference, as long as there's not lap traffic or something like anomaly like that, then we know we're doing the right thing. They know they're conditioned right, and that's what's going to win races and keep us at the front. Yeah, you were within half a second every single lap, and they were good lap times. They're comparable to last year, so for a second out, that's pretty freaking awesome. We get to a race site, we have a history of, okay, every time it's 40 degrees and the sun's out, this is about where we need to be for a starting line. So every day we're trying to improve, every day we're trying to learn, and it's never too late to teach an old dog a new trick I've learned.
Tim, AMSOIL Dominator 2 years in a row. Hey, you're one of our own. We appreciate it. First, I want to give you
this big heavy sucker, the custom-made AMSO Dominator Trophy. Hold it up, bud. Let's hear it, guys.
Well, our team here at Shearing Speed Sports is definitely one of the best because of the group of guys that are here. I mean, all of us work so well together. We all just kind of know what spot we need to be in, and it all kind of gels that way.
I sincerely believe Tim is going to win the championship this year. And what he's got for him, he's hungry. You know, everybody can work out, everybody can ride, but if you don't have that burning desire to be the best and get mad when you lose, you're never going to win that.
I think Steve, Shearing, and myself were a lot like each other because we really like to win and we have lots of passion in the sport.
And each year we work harder and we improve on what we learned from the year before, and we never quit. It's like every single person on this team is on this team because they want to win races.
To see the AMSOIL Shearing Speed Sports Skidoo team in action this season, head over to snowcross.com to find out when a race is coming near you. Still ahead on SLEDHEAD 24/7, the AMSOIL Duluth National is the first stop on the Snowcross Tour, and we highlight the weekend of racing. Plus, find out why Ziegler Cat has been paving the way for more than 100 years. Stay tuned.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by Stud Boy, traction with an attitude. Straight Line Performance. Ziegler Cat, exceptional service backing the best equipment. The U.S. Air Force, aim high. And by Speedworks, straight up USA horsepower.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. I'm Carly Applin. Ziegler Cat has been paving the way for more than 100 years with exceptional service and heavy-duty equipment made to get the job done. Let's find out more.
Obviously, it's pretty important to have reliable equipment for snow removal, and we take a lot of pride in the equipment that we offer and the support for our snow removal equipment.
Ziegler Cat is one of the oldest cat dealers, and Caterpillar represents value. Everybody can make a piece of machinery and make it work, but Caterpillar builds a machine to last more than one life.
In our shop here, we have well over 100 years experience with our technicians.
The training and the ability to solve the problems that pop up with the different kinds of technology they're working with. They're the best. We have, that's why they stay here. That's why we have such longevity in their careers.
This engine here is about to go back into this 980G loader, and this loader is part of our certified rebuild program, where we strip the thing completely down to the frame. All major components get rebuilt, and anything that needs to be repaired at that time can get addressed.
The customer used up the first life. Our product support team is building a second life back into that machine.
And this is a great example of how our experienced technicians get to be completely involved with the machine in and out.
We're fortunate to have the resources in this dealership to be able to have a fleet of equipment that's large, late model, well serviced. They like to rent from us because we have competitive rates and it's very productive and keeps up and running. The Minneapolis Airport, an airport that's known for never closing. Their snow removal is done with Cat equipment, and the reason they invested in Cat equipment is because they get the work done the fastest with the most availability, which is uptime. Well, as a sales manager, the number one thing that our team sells is our product support, and a major part of product support is parts availability. And Ziegler has almost 99% of our parts available in 24 hours.
When it comes to getting parts when you need them, we can provide them with our extensive shuttle system.
The owners of Ziegler's investment into this area has gained us a foothold in the marketplace up here that so far nobody's been able to replicate in its product. It's a great business to us, and it's helped make our customers very successful.
For more information on Ziegler Cat and how they can help you with your next big project, or if you're in need of service, head over to our website at SLEDHEAD24/7.com, where we've set up a link. Still ahead, the Warriors of Winter battle it out on the hills of Spirit Mountain in Duluth, Minnesota for an intense weekend of racing. But first, let's check in with AMSOIL, the first in synthetics.
Here at Planet X, there's a whole bunch of different equipment that's working. To keep this test area and to keep this practice track in perfect condition, all kinds of equipment needs to work.
Operating Planet X is a year-round undertaking. In the spring, we start preparing our equipment for the following fall. We've got pumps that have to run wide open 24 hours a day, up to 6 days in a row. Every link of our chain has to run when they need to, when we get ready to make snow. And our groomer has to run, it has to start when it's 20 below. Our dozer start when it's cold so that we can break up the track.
Here at AMSOIL, I often get asked, why is it that you guys are involved in snowmobile racing? Well, besides the obvious, sleds flying through the air, the glamour, the glory, the cool equipment, there's a whole business going on behind the scenes.
Our business is much more than just operating the snowcross team. We also operate Planet X, the premier testing facility in North America and the world as far as that goes. So we have a whole support system for amateur riders, pro riders, as well as our team to have a place to practice and test before the first race at Spear Mountain. It gives the young kids an opportunity to get time on the snowmobiles, so they go to the first race, they're excited, they don't get hurt, they're competitive, and it helps to grow the sport and have more kids have fun in the sport.
As you can see, this goes well beyond the racetrack for Steve Shearing. For us, this test facility has been an excellent place to prove the capabilities of AMSOIL products time and time again. For more information on how AMSOIL can help your business, go online at amsoil.com.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Arctic FX Graphics, make it yours. Fox, redefining ride dynamics. And by FXR, world-class outerwear.
Time now to head to Duluth, Minnesota for the first stop of the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Tour, powered by Ram. Tell everybody what this is all about, the Dominator Cup.
Well, it's all about being the first across the finish line, the last race of the night, and winning $10,000. Single elimination, you win or you're done for the night. It couldn't be more exciting. And we're racing it over the first jump. Turcotte with the whole shot and that in front. It's bragging rights, it's winning $10,000, and it's letting everybody know you're the man to beat for 2014-2015.
It's a great event, just head-to-head, 2 laps all out. The whole shot is huge, but with this layout, you really have to make it through that first whoop section clean and all the way to the top of the hill to feel safe. So it's going to make for some very interesting racing.
Tucker set up nice. He's on the outside. You know, Turcotte's really got to protect that inside.
He blocks it over the hill. He goes!
Brett Turcotte with the win. Walk us through what happened out there with Tucker Hibbert.
Oh, you know, my speed works hard. I got a good start, and you know, I was doing my best to hold him off. I went to the inside of the top. I knew he was coming, and he bucked me off my sled, and I just got down here, and the officials said I was going on to the next round. So, man, I'm stoked.
Tremblay, of course, won the Dominator Challenge here last year, beating his teammate Robbie Malinowski.
You know, it was great out there. I had a good old shot. All the motos that I did, all the 2 laps. Good start in the final, and then I made the call to go outside because I thought the whoops were a little smaller, and then it played well for me. So I guess it's nice to start the season with a win.
Got to believe he is on a mission this year after missing most of the season last year. Yes.
Yeah.
Racing in 2014. Corin Todd, David Jonas, Tucker Hibbert back in third, trying to make the move to the inside. Can't make it. There's your leader, the 36. Up the hill he goes. You see Tucker Hibbert right behind him trying to reel him in. Takes the inside line into this turn.
It'll be interesting to see if the new pro driver gets rattled by, of course, the crafty veteran, Tucker Hibbert, right behind him.
The hill they go. Tucker Hibbert into the lead.
You see, here comes Tucker coming up on the checkered flag, taking the win.
We're about to see 15 sleds take the green and head through that whoop section for the first time. And we are racing in Duluth. Through the dogleg and up the hill they go.
Tucker's right there.
Tucker to the inside. It's a drag race up the hill. Tucker Hibbert is your leader. to the front. That continues to be Tucker Hibbert. Already a 2.5 lead for the T-Train.
The last 2 laps, Kyle Killeen was actually able to reel in Tucker a little bit.
15 laps in the book here in round 2 of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram. We are in Duluth, and it's the Tucker Hibbert Show. Over those doubles by Ram for the final time and across the AMSOIL finish line. Tucker Hibbert has done it again in Duluth. Round 2 of AMSOIL Pro Open goes to Tucker Hibbert.
That's amazing, you know, getting a win again today is exactly what we needed to do to start the season off. You know, it's 2 wins in a row here. It's good momentum for the team, and I feel really happy about how the performance was. You know, we got a few things to work on, but overall I'm really happy and looking forward to the rest of the season.
If you've never been to a snowcross event, then you're missing out on some intense racing action, and it's really fun for the entire family. Now that's all the time we have for you for this episode of SLEDHEAD 24/7. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube page. Who knows, you might just ride with us this season. Make sure to tune in next week for another action-packed episode. I'm your host, Carly Applin, and from all of us here at SLEDHEAD 24/7, thanks for watching.